Sometimes redundancy looks like waste, but is actually insurance the day you need it. If my house does catch on fire, the day it catches on fire, every one of those payments was 100% worth it. I see redundancy the same way, which is that it is insurance against existential threats to the business. Second is that you sleep great at night knowing that your business can't get taken down, at least from the things that you know about. If the chickens do come home to roost and you do have that bad day and the bill is due, then you will be grateful that you had this redundancy in place. The second way of doing this is having mutually insured destruction. So what does that even mean? It basically means that if the bigger you get, the bigger you are as a percentage of their business, the more they need to keep your business and not let you go. Because basically you shift from them being key vendor risk to you becoming key customer risk for them. And so it's the shift in power. Basically, the bigger you get, the more important you are to them. And so there's this saying in the finance world where it's like, if you owe a bank $1 million, they own you. If you owe a bank $1 billion, you own them, right? Now, obviously it depends on the size of the bank and things like that, but the saying kind of carries, right? And so you want to understand what percentage of the business, their business you are. And that way, if they fuck you, they get fucked too. So this is where the size of the person that you're working with can be kind of a double-edged sword. The small guys are probably the guys that are most likely to do the shady stuff. On the other hand, if you become a huge percentage of their business, you have some leverage back towards them. And so redundancy number one, mutually insured destruction number two, and here's a big one, covenants and terms. All right, so I'll just say, which are just fancy ways of saying, what do we agree to? Kind of like key customer risk, because key customer and key vendor are kind of opposite sides of the same coin. All the terms that we asked from our customers before in the last section for mistakes, we also can ask now as the customer of the vendor. So we say, hey, if you want to stop doing business with us, you have to give us a 6 or 12-month lead time to letting us know that that's going to occur so that we can find another vendor. So this number one is lead time. Number two is you can have a breakup fee associated. Now you can imagine on the other side as a vendor, you're like, this guy wants to put a breakup fee on me. My God, this guy's going to be sticky. But at this point, when you have key components of the business that are outsourced, which I fundamentally don't do this anymore because I have been screwed so many times, which is why I think that marketing, sales, delivery should be in-house to a business because it's just too important. But like payment processing, it's unlikely you're going to start a payment processing but just to be able to process your own payments, right? There are some things that are going to be outsourced and you have to have trust. One is give the heads up. Two is the breakup fee. Third is that you have fees or fines associated with service level agreements, meaning you're going to respond to us on this timeline.